This is News 4, watching out for you.
Thank you for joining us on this Saturday night. I'm Corey Stark. We begin with the latest on the coronavirus outbreak in the St. Louis area. The head of the St. Louis Pandemic Task Force says the region has avoided a worst-case scenario of coronavirus cases. Today was the day the task force predicted the region would hit the peak of cases. Doctors say they are seeing encouraging signs about the spread of the virus. Today was also the first day some businesses in Franklin County, Missouri were able to reopen to customers, but few are doing so. As we said, the St. Louis Pandemic Task Force is reporting progress in the region to flatten the curve of coronavirus cases. And News 4's Vinton Blandon joins us live at downtown St. Louis with the new details.
Right now, Corey, the head of the task force is hopeful the St. Louis metropolitan area will keep doing what they are doing, and that is practicing social distancing and also staying at home. Tonight, I'll talk to a business owner who's also hopeful for a number of reasons.
The virus plays its own game, and so it will let us know when the peak has occurred.
Dr. Alex Garza knows he and others on the St. Louis Metropolitan Pandemic Task Force will figure it out with data that comes afterward. Cheryl Reed Johnson is trying to figure out how to balance her life.
Paying the rent and being able to keep up and maintain the life I live at home as well as my salon.
She owns the Favor 101 salon on the Del Mar Loop. So far, it's been closed 1 month. Dr. Garza says the stay-at-home orders in St. Louis City and County are working, though people like Reed Johnson are not.
And this has been an incredible sacrifice. The economic and humanitarian cost, people out of work, lost wages, small businesses closed, is staggering.
She wants to get back to work, but wants those in her community healthy.
You know, we have so many different ages of people come in, and, you know, sometimes people aren't truthful about who they've been around. So, you know, one of my worries is if someone comes in and we all get sick and we all have to take back off because we didn't give it time to work itself out.
Dr. Garza expected the number of COVID cases to peak Saturday, but needs to check data to see if that time has come.
It's not like climbing a mountain and then coming down off of the mountain. It's more of cresting a gentle hill. And the reason for that is because of us slowing down the rate of transmission in the community. And so what that did is it slowed down our rate of hospitalizations as well.
Cheryl Reed Johnson told me she's a little uneasy keeping up with all of that information that comes at her so fast regarding stay-at-home orders, about COVID itself. But she also says she has a tough time trusting the city information over the county information to see how all of that meshes with information from the state. Reporting live in St. Louis, Vinton Blandon, News 4.
Tonight marks almost 24 hours since the first group of businesses were able to reopen in Franklin County. Gyms, fitness centers, bowling alleys, golf courses, movie theaters, concert halls, and skating rinks were allowed to open last night at midnight. But each business can only have a total of 10 people inside at one time. News 4's Kim St. Ange is finding many businesses are choosing to remain closed.
Pacific is in a very interesting position. This part of the city is in Franklin County, where some of those businesses could reopen. This right here is the St. Louis County line, meaning a gym that's about a football field away has to remain closed. A lot of businesses, though, on the Franklin County side say it just makes more sense to keep their lights off for now.
It's like, oh, you want to be excited, but at the same time, it caught us off guard, basically.
That's why Iron Integrity, with a location in Pacific and Union, is waiting until Monday to reopen. A decision General Manager Mary Harvey says that ultimately came down to making sure her staff could provide proper services to their members.
It's just hard to tell them only 10 people, because they're going to want to come in like they've missed it.
Missed it might be an understatement.
I actually just got a membership 2 days before the county actually shut this all down. And I've been trying to drop weight, and it sucks. Because it really sucks, in my opinion.
Dalton Kick stopped by the gym Saturday, hoping it would be open.
Honestly, in my opinion, for most of these businesses, it wouldn't be worth it.
An opinion shared by many businesses in Franklin County. Among the reasons for waiting, they aren't prepared, overhead costs make it not worth it, and it's too difficult to keep customers to under 10. The biggest challenge moving forward is figuring out how to reopen under these new restrictions.
We did talk about having different sign-up sheets to keep it to where the numbers can stay appropriate, and We have talked about the idea of arranging it just so like certain areas of the gym to maybe be utilized more where it is more open.
Even though some of these Franklin County businesses can reopen, the residents here are still under Missouri's stay-at-home order in effect until May 3rd. Some of these businesses telling me they just want to wait to reopen with the rest of them. In Pacific, Kim St. Ange, News 4.
Missouri Governor Mike Parson says he will release information next week about how businesses across the state can reopen. In Illinois, stay-at-home orders will remain in place until the end of May. Governor J.B. Pritzker says he has concerns about reopening parts of the state and not others.
I absolutely recognize the difference between rural areas and the number of infections that are happening there versus urban areas. But again, this virus knows no boundaries. It isn't saying to itself, I'm going to go after people in an urban area. It simply can get transmitted anywhere.
And just today, the state of Illinois reported an additional 2,100 cases of coronavirus. Illinois now has nearly 42,000 cases in 96 counties. The state is also reporting nearly 1,900 deaths. Tonight in Missouri, there are more than 6,800 cases of the coronavirus and 280 deaths. The majority of the state's total cases and deaths are in the St. Louis area.